Hey, it's your buddy Tim Schull. Tired. We did Platinum Arena last night, and we'll see how that goes. And we'll find out if my strategy made any difference to the way I finished. There has got to be a better way to do this. I'm exhausted. All right, so this is what we were looking at. 14 minutes and 50 seconds or so to go. You can see we're barely into Plat, which was kind of a mistake. My plan here was to make sure we weren't in Plat at the beginning, and then allow the boards to be easier, at least the teams to be easier. But on this board, I had spotted what I thought were three teams I could beat pretty quickly. And as long as I stayed within striking distance of Plat, I should be okay. I was also curious about the ongoing struggles up at the very top of Plat, where it seemed like a clan called IPR and MAD were just going to war with each other. So that was kind of interesting. I was watching that for probably a half an hour. You can see T Swift got his way in there, but yeah, MAD was at the top. Well, IPR was at the top for a while, and then MAD worked its way in. So, yeah. So, my strategy here, right, was well, let me tell you what I did previously. And previously, what I would do is just get as many points as I can early, and then hope to hang on. But what happened is I got beat down so hard that I would fall 50 or 60 points out of Plat, and I couldn't ever catch up. So now, I'm just staying on the edge of Plat the whole time, and then my plan was at like 10 minutes I would start fighting, or whenever I saw the number start to jump where all the snipers were going to make their way in to Plat, then I would go ahead and make my move. So we'll see if it works out. Also, there's got to be a better way to do this, right? Oh, Dark 30 for, many of the players. Maybe we could do a rotation or something where for 6 months it's in the middle of the night for the U.S. and then 6 months at the middle of the night for Europe. I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks to and I don't know what the reason being that it resets so late. Other stuff doesn't reset that late. Like Tag Team Arena resets like, I don't know, at a decent hour. Why does regular Arena have to reset so bloody late? Anyway, so we're watching. Kind of like watching paint dry. I think. So those are the three I'm looking at. UW, MVV, where I think I can beat them very quickly. And then obviously my plan was going to be, I wasn't going to bog down on boards. I was just going to, even if there's only one or two fights on a board, I would take it and move on and not get bogged down in fights. But I can tell you, there didn't seem to be, after the first page or two, there didn't seem to be any easy fights anymore. People are starting to obviously get better defenses. You didn't see any one-man defenses. You didn't see any speed, like easy speed teams. It was all like fairly tough teams. So I'm not sure if the changes they made to Arena have started to take effect or not. So let's see how this goes. We're at 11 minutes. I think it starts to kick in at about 10 minutes. So you can see we're 9 points out. I think I take my first fight here. You can see some of them were worth 8, some of them were worth 9. But that number moves, so I didn't want to be in Plat when I started pushing, because I wanted my first full board to be out of Plat to get obviously more advantageous matchups for me. So okay, so now I'm 12 out, so I take my first fight. I think this is where it starts to take off. And this is the only team I'm going to use. So my idea was I would just find teams that I can beat with this team. And I can beat a lot of teams with this team. So I can beat heavy resist teams. I can beat pretty tanky teams. I can beat speed teams. if they're not, you know, super good. And so yeah, so I get right, so I'm still 10 down. So yeah, so I definitely kick in here. I know this is a stone skin Gaius and a stone skin Cardinal, but what I also do know is I got a buff strip in Candrafon, I got a buff strip in, I'm sorry, a buff strip in Kymar, and a buff strip in Kimmy, and so I get 2 bites at it. And then Warlord is there to put everybody's skills on cooldown, so they can't do the cheese that they want to do. And you can see it works out just fine. Now I'm 2 points within Plat, and I slow down again because I don't think the push has really started. It seems to me that you could probably wait till 5 minutes. You could do what I'm doing until 5 minutes and then pick a good board and then just run your teams. I think I start a little early here, but we'll see. So now you can see I'm 7 points down, so people are definitely starting to jump in now. I didn't get attacked. I didn't get attacked once during the whole Plat push. So because I don't really think somebody would attack me in bronze. Now this was a mistake. I didn't see the Torment, and I did this twice. But luckily you can't CC Leo, so that was my only saving grace to be able to win these fights against the Leo. Now the stinking Shamail was a pain, right? Because he does all these counterattacks based on debuffs. And yeah, so 21 seconds, not bad. I'm into Plat, and I decide just to go ahead and push from here on in. And again, Valkyries don't bother me much. I don't throw up a lot of buffs, so it doesn't bother me too much. And I put them right to sleep. Gaius's can be problems if you don't get them down, and the Warlord isn't able to tie him up. So, but again, 15 seconds, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So here's where I go about doing my so I didn't. So I did change. See, it's the middle of the night, boy. I don't really remember what happened. So I did change. I did decide to go after some teams that were more of a go second team, and this one scared me because the Gaius is going to get all his stuff off, and he's stone skinned, so it's going to go off. Luckily, he wasn't big enough to really hurt me. So. And he didn't get anything off on Trunda because Trunda's protected by, and he didn't have a stripper. So again, I start to refresh screens, and I go back to my original team. I decided that's too risky, and of course I get to stall out. So. And these are the teams you seem to see. I didn't see a lot of easy teams. Now, I'm definitely not the best at picking teams in any kind of hurry, but I looked through and I was looking for teams with low experience, right? I figure anybody under 100 I'm going to outspeed. I looked for teams with low team power, knowing that they're not going to have a lot of defense or resistance, and figuring I could work them down pretty quick. But I did not see any super easy teams. I kind of feel like if you wait a bit, you'll see more of them because more of the lower snipers are going to kind of keep falling out of Plat and be lower Plat. So if you wait a little bit, you might get that first full board of lower. So 26 seconds, I don't think that's bad. See, everybody's 100. Everybody's got decent teams. So this is one that's a little lower, but the Warlord scared me. So I backed off of this one and found one of these Ursaga Duchess teams again, which seemed to be, I guess not even a Duchess. Ursaga Necrit, Ursaga Duchess, Ursaga Necrit Duchess, and yeah, it's pretty miserable. So. And then Leorius can be scary too, right? So, and this one takes far too long, I think. But no reviver, and so this scared me a little bit because he got my Leorius down to but the Aureus also has that block buffs up from Kimmy, and so he won't be able to resist. So I got a little bit lucky. 43 seconds, much too long, much too long. So again, all 100s, not easy teams, all 100s. I didn't see anything easy in there. I take this fight because the team power didn't look too bad, and I think I ran into the highest defense or highest resistance, or just I got super unlucky because Kaimar put her to sleep, but I could not put her skills on cooldown with Warlord, and my Warlord has 750 accuracy times 1.5 with Kimmy's accuracy buff times 2. So he's got about 1100 accuracy, and that's thinking, what's her name? That reviver, Raglan, just resisted both times. I was like, geez Louise. So I got a little nervous on this one because once they get the swift parry out on my the Aureus, it can get a little scary because that means he's got one more shot, and then they're going to nuke him. But luckily, all of my turn meter control was able to save the day in a minute, and I thought, okay, that's going to push me out of Plat, but it didn't. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if their matchmaking has gotten better or what. So again, I'm looking really good teams. No gimmies up top, and I figure if there's no gimmies up top, there's going to be no gimmies at bottom. So I move on. I found another team that I didn't think was too bad, so I took them. And these were the teams I was kind of focusing on, right? They didn't have to be super fast. I feel like with Kimmy in the lead, or Kimmy being my fastest, getting up her increased accuracy, and then Kaimar giving everyone 2 shots at it, I have a more than average chance to put all their skills on cooldown and put them to sleep and get several shots at them. Kandrafan is obviously always an issue because if he starts counterattacking, he can take you out of the game pretty fast. So I probably should have taken that second one. I don't know why I didn't. Again, I'm just looking for easy teams to take out. So down they go, 7 seconds. That's what I'm talking about. That's the team I'm looking for. And I always change my name, so if you notice my name changed, spelled wrong, I was going for Ratatouille and left out an I. I do know how to spell it, but for some reason didn't spell it correctly. It's funny, if I write the whole word, I spell it fine, but when I was just trying to write the Ratatouille, I screwed it up. So, and here's another one that's tough. I don't know why I wasn't able to debuff that Cardiel, but most Cardiels do have just real high resistance. So, but again, he can't be 1200 resistance, right? So 25 seconds, I'll take it. And what do we got? 1:50 seconds. So I think I got 2 more battles here. But I'm looking for, and here I make another mistake here. I'll tell you, but it didn't cost me. See, I don't want hedgy teams, so I take this team, but they're 406 with a Torment and a resistance lead. I didn't see the Torment again for some reason, maybe because he's a dwarf. I look right over him. That is not a short joke, by the way, not a short joke. But luckily, yeah, well, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, luckily I win it. So, and that's all just because you can't CC the Aureus. He's so good. You know, when people talk about, you know, S-tier Platinum Arena champions, the Aureus has got to be in the mix because he is so good. So 29 seconds to a team that I made a mistake on wasn't bad. 50 seconds left. I got one more fight if I can get it in quickly here. And, yeah, we'll see. I'm not sure if I get this one in or not. So, I mean, I'm running a timer on my end to see if I actually get it in. But, again, there's just no easy teams at this point. So feel like, yeah, I feel like I didn't get it in, to tell you the truth. And so it didn't really matter. But you can see they're tanky. They're tanky. Yeah, his fears when he kills somebody is super good too. You see, Canderfon there didn't get a turn because Leorius killed somebody and put a fear on him. So, yeah. So down he goes. Yeah, so if you look at the timer on the top, the fight took me 48 seconds, so I didn't get it. Let's see where we finished. And looking at the tiers, there we go. Plat Arena. So it did work. Yeah, it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. So I thought maybe it would tell me. So where did I finish? Number 157. So not too bad, not too bad. And yeah, there is your Plat push for the week. All right, God bless.